Hello?
Hello.
Hello and
Ah,
welcome.
freaking pickles.
Bones is minding his language.
Yes. I am playing Bibio games in the background. Oh, you
Yes.
can see them.
Yeah, you can see.
I'm just
See the Bibio games.
I am just farming demons for unknown materials.
Yes.
So I can focus. Not going to be doing any plot. If you're interested in playing Bloodstained, it is incredibly unstable on the Switch and crashes constantly. Don't buy it.
Buy it elsewhere.
Hello. Hello, Bloop. Hello, the common alien. Hello, Alias Echo. Hello. I was gonna read Just a Little Potato as a title. Dog College. That's an amazing name.
It's lovely.
Space. Hello. Yeah, you did make it to another stream. Fado is giving me a toy. I don't want it.
You have to play with him.
No, it'll only encourage Medica to get up, and we just got her to sit down.
True.
Hey, Diabolical Jinx, Triple D, Triple... I don't know. Yeah, why howdy? Why howdy indeed. Okay, I'm gonna kill things. Really? So rude.
The rudest. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing on this fine Thursday?
I'm doing good.
Good. Me too.
How are you? How have you been today? I haven't really asked, have I?
I know, you've been...
We talked at lunch.
Yeah, we did. We went for a walk.
And you basically got off work and we ate food.
Yeah,
So
honestly.
we haven't really spent any time together. Like, this is us spending time to each other. Spending time to each other.
Just spending
Yeah.
time to each other.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, my day's been good. Pretty chill at work. Which is nice. Always a good thing.
I've been wild.
You have been absolutely
Manic.
buck wild. Yes.
Yeah. I went to bed at 4 a.m. and I woke up at 9 and I feel very hype. So I don't know.
I don't know what's up.
Energy.
you.
That's what's up.
Dang.
I have all of it.
Yes.
I've been fighting demons and absorbing their crystals, and it's made me powerful, but it also has consequences.
Exactly. You understand.
I've been paying attention to the plot.
Oh my goodness.
I love a game with lots of grinding.
You do. The game it reminds me what you're doing right now of that like cat game we played.
Oh,
where
totally.
it was just farming and grinding.
Yeah, it's totally giving me that vibe. It's like a more complete version of that game.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
What is he yelling at?
I don't know.
He woke up Madoka. That's the real tragedy.
Buddy shoosh. Please.
What have all you guys been up to recently?
Yeah.
Write your essay while listening
heck.
in. Actually awake from the stream. It's not 9 and not sleeping till 9 p.m.
Bless.
Wow.
Proud of you, wretched.
You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Because in the end, you're who matters the most to you.
Yes.
Can I just hit you? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that cat game. Well, this one at least makes more sense than the cat game.
Yeah, that was such a weird game.
It's had such an anime plot, but it's followable. Except that part where I had to slice the moon. I did not think that was a thing I would have to do.
Nope.
I'm actually going to work on my comic instead of watching the stream, staring at an empty piece of paper. Scripting a prologue for a story. Speaking of crystals, scripting.
Crystals, yes.
Are
you
Ursula,
are you
tell me.
possessed by a demon?
Tell them about our plans.
All right. Well, Bones.
This isn't the official clip about this. Okay, this is we're gonna talk this out on stream. You guys are gonna help us figure out how to run our YouTube channel.
Please, someone help.
Give us advice. We don't know what we're doing.
Okay. So the idea that Bones pitched to me.
Pitched ideas.
Yes. So a lot of people have specific questions about writing stuff.
Yeah. You guys have so many questions about writing, and I'm so terrible at coming up with examples.
Yes. And people ask him, like, can you do like a big video lecture type thing on this? And he's like, no, that's too much for Bones' brain.
Listen, I have been putting off cleaning my mouse cage despite cleaning the entire house. Like, I have neurotypical problems. I'm incredibly neurotypical. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, yeah. I pitched an idea to Ursula. And it was... Okay, Ursula needs to talk about, like, the actual, like, details. Because, like, I have lots of things to add on this stream, but I don't have the attention span to like fully formulate complex thoughts.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I see.
Had to do something. So right.
Repent for your sins.
I know, we're being called out. But I think they're serious. So
yeah.
They're gone. Okay. Right. So what we were thinking, because we do script reviews for our critique streams. Bones does. And obviously, like, we talk about them, but we can't show like line for line, because obviously, like,
I don't even really talk about the plot much of people's stories. Because, like, I don't want to spoiler them.
Exactly. Like, we don't want to spoil it because someone might be working on it to, like, put out to the world. Yeah.
Yeah. And when it's super secret one-on-one stuff that I do on the bourgeoisie Patreon tier, when I do that one, it's like the $50 tier, and I have an hour to chat with the person after having read, like, a couple chapters of their work, then it's like a lot more in depth. I get super in depth.
Yeah.
And I'm good at that. And people, the one patron has enjoyed it, and other people who I've done one-on-one critiques like that have enjoyed it, as long as it's they're seeking out me and not just a general critique group, because otherwise, okay, I'm going off.
Anyways, so what we were thinking, to save from spoiling people's stuff and being able to get like really specific and talk about a lot of like, I guess, like beginner issues or beginner mistakes. What we were thinking is I'm gonna write a comic script and Bones will critique me.
I'm gonna
And
be your mentor.
you're gonna be my mentor.
Oh, that's what it drops. Okay, cool. Neat.
Cool.
I think
um
I got what I wanted from the
Good.
demon. I need to determine my next course of action.
So we were thinking of like, we do need to figure out the details because we want to be able to like share the script with you guys so you can like read along, and Bones will give me feedback so I can like edit things and make changes and you guys can see what we're doing. I'm not sure if Bones, you want to do this like on stream or if you want to do
Oh
it
yeah, on stream.
on stream.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we might have like Ursula gets critiqued streamed.
Yeah, and then we can re-upload the streams with
Yes.
like fancy thumbnails
Yeah.
instead of worrying about doing a bunch of too much editing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Sorry, that's more like business stuff. You don't care, guys.
But anyways, I guess first question, would people be interested in seeing that? Does that tickle your fancy?
They can't hear us.
Eh?
We've just been silent the entire time for them, but they're just being polite. I like this idea.
Oh, thank you. I worked hard on this teapot.
That's a very nice teapot. Sounds like a good idea.
Awesome.
Yeah, because Ursula will have all the same problems that you guys face,
It's true.
for definite.
I'm a little noob. I'm probably newer than even some of you.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you've written a lot.
Yeah.
You just do it for fun. I mean, even
Exactly.
this for fun. Well, I was thinking that you should work on like a 250-page comic or something.
Okay.
100 to 200 pages, because
Mhm.
that's what we recommend people do.
True.
And then I can help workshop when you inevitably make it way too big for its own britches.
True. So Bones, how would I start? Would you want me to make an outline for you to look at first, or do you want me to just start writing a script?
I don't know. How do you want to start? It's your writing process. I don't know what you do.
I mean, I think I want to jump right into script because tomorrow Camp NaNoWriMo starts, so I
Oh.
could write it for Camp Nano.
Well, if that's the case, then do you have any plans, or are you just gonna discovery write?
I have a plan.
Oh. Okay.
You told me and I was like, oh, I could use this idea.
Okay.
So yeah, I have an idea. Would you like me to tell you the idea?
Yeah, you tell chat. Like, I'll be quiet about
Okay.
it.
So my idea, I got the idea when Bones was watching a bunch of like Nuzlocke videos,
Oh.
and I was like, I really want to do something that's like it's honestly more like Digimon inspired than Pokemon, but like I wanted that kind of genre where it's like younger kids, like middle schoolers doing like going on adventures with like little monsters and stuff. But I also was like, I also wanted to like bring in inspiration from like Magical Girl series and stuff.
Okay.
So it's a mix of that.
What?
So I'm still kind of trying to work out the details, but what I'm going with right now is my main character. She is a little kind of outcast type character. And she discovers that there are little monsters that have special magic and they fight evil creatures that like steal people's life force.
Classic.
Classic. Yeah, I didn't want to go too complicated with the magic. But yeah, and then I'll go from there. And I have some ideas for like other characters and other little monsters.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I can make it a short comic and not super long.
Huh. Well, why don't you just do that?
Mhm.
Like your outliney stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to find a new demon thing that I need to fight. Yeah, how about you make an outline? We could talk about it on Saturday. We could try this.
Yes. Okay.
I guess Saturday, like by Saturday you would have started.
Yeah, I'd have a few pages done.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, it's a good place to start.
Yeah, that'll be a good place to start.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I'm also a little terrified.
Yeah, I was thinking of like maybe doing like a Google Doc for like each episode of this so that we can like keep like or like a drive, I guess it would be a Google Drive. So we would um have it saved in each state so that we can link it below just the drive.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So that people can look back and read over how it's changed.
Yes, that is a great idea.
Yeah.
I was wondering how we were going to manage that.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like that. So yeah, we can
And
make
then we can have your main one where you can watch her write in real time.
True. I will give out a link and you guys can watch me. Just terrifying.
And we're not going to make this comic. It's I would right?
Yeah.
So
think
I
so.
would say it's free to use the script to draw to. Right?
Sure.
We would just make it public script
Sure.
that anyone can draw to if they don't have a script.
Sure.
Good practice for comics.
Yeah.
There you go. How much can you send each month for the $50 tier? I forget what I said. Wait, one sec. I'm just pausing my game. I told someone it. Unlike the critique circle too, we keep track of how many times you pay $50.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money to pay and not get a one-on-one.
Yeah. So if you pay it and then miss a month, you can do 2 the next month or whenever you want to cash in your extra one.
What? Sorry,
it doesn't expire like the typical tier.
Oh, it's. Oh, I have heartburn.
Oh no.
Can you grab me a Tums?
Sure.
I will entertain.
All right.
I'm staring at my email now currently, trying to find an activation code for Patreon. Because for some reason, it doesn't recognize my computer as something I've logged onto Patreon with before, which is weird. But, you know. There's been a login attempt. Monstrous. Oh, she got me the Tums. She's amazing. Okay. then I will go into my messages. And going into my messages, I should have mentioned to someone how many.
How much you can submit.
Yeah. Look at 3 episodes. How long is an episode? Oh, apparently I said that I will look at 30K. Up to 30,000 words.
Oh, okay. And how many pages?
I don't know how many pages that would be. 30K is a lot to look at for $50.
That is. Dang.
Actually, I don't think it's quite 30K. It's something like 20K.
Yeah.
But more than the 3,000 limit on the one, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Like, way more. Yeah, if you have an idea of like what you want to submit, you can always just ask us and we can let you know if it's
feasible.
Yeah. If you're like, I don't know, 150 page comic, can I send that in? We'll noodle it out.
Demon cannon, where are you? Wait, is it a demon cannon I'm looking for?
Is it? How do you guys manage time with creating your works? We used to have a very strict schedule. It's more
we don't keep up.
We don't keep up with it anymore. We're busy with
reading your guys' work.
Exactly. Let's see. I think with managing your time, it's really important to set deadlines, and they should be reasonable deadlines. So don't be like, I'm gonna finish writing like a 300-page script in a week. Like,
unreasonable outlines. Got it. Step 1.
Yes. So don't do that. It should be reasonable for how much you can work on something. If you're like really busy, like you're doing full time at school, or you have a job, or I don't know, you have
children.
Sorry,
I know that's none of you.
You're all itty bitty babies. But anyways, yeah, if you have other obligations or like you know kind of the pace you can create things, like don't try to push yourself
to burp in your guys' ears.
Gosh, Bones.
And interrupt Ursula. I'm terrible on every single metric.
Correct. But yeah, so don't set something so unreasonable that you can't do it, but do try to like push yourself a little bit so that you actually complete things. So like, for example, if you're someone who maybe like I don't know, you could aim to do like 4 pages a month, because that's about 1 page a week, which I think most people could probably do as long as they set aside like time every day to like work on their comic a little bit. But then yeah, you can say like, by this date, I don't know, give yourself like a few months, I want to have this many pages done. And then set smaller goals within that. So say like every week I want 1 page done, and then in 3 months I'll have 12 pages done. Like that sounds small, but if you're someone who's like working full time and has kids and other stuff, like that is a lot.
A needy cat.
Dogs that never stop crying. Yeah, so set deadlines like that. You can be more ambitious than what I said, but not too ambitious.
Yeah, Ursula.
Yeah. And then you can kind of create like a work back schedule from that, where you're like, well, if I need it done by this day, then like that means I need to do this many, like write this many pages, and then pencil this many pages, and ink this many pages, and color this many pages. And I find it really helps to break it down by each step, what that means for you will be different. Like for me, with drawing, I do thumbnail, sketch, inking, then color, and I have another step called like finishing a page, which is where like I letter things or clean things up, do any extra little detail work that I didn't do during the other steps. But that's just for me. If you're someone who thoroughly does everything like in each step, then you probably don't need that extra run. Yeah, and then try and go from there. And if you find that like as you're going through your deadline, you're not hitting your goals, maybe you need to pull back a bit. Maybe you need to say like, instead of doing 1 page a week, sorry, I should go for something more ambitious. Let's say like instead of doing like 2 pages a week, you're like, I can only do 1 page a week, and that's okay. And you just tailor it to how you can work. And another thing that really helps is setting aside like a set time to work on it. For example, like when I really want to get something done, I set like a timer, and I say every day at 7 o'clock, I'm going to work for an hour or 20 minutes if it's a really busy day, and just work on my comic. In fact, these streams really help me because I get an hour to 2 hours to just work on something I'm working on. But set that time. Try every day, like 20 minutes every day will go a long way. But if you're totally busy or that doesn't work for you, obviously say like 20 minutes on a weekend or whatever. Don't set anything that's like 8 hours today, because that is so unreasonable. Like, even if you're someone who like maybe doesn't have like other stuff going on and you're just focusing on your comic, expecting yourself to sit down and work for like 8 hours straight is so unreasonable. You're gonna get stuck, you're gonna get frustrated when you can't do it, because inevitably you're gonna get distracted with other stuff.
I've been doing reverse tomato times, and they've been doing really well.
What's a reverse tomato time?
So tomato time is Pomodoro time, right?
Yes.
Where you work for 25 minutes, and then you have a break for 5.
Yes.
And then you work for 25, and then on the 4th one, you do a 10-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
And those are really helpful, and I recommend you do them. But like, I find them pretty tiring, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so what I've been doing is I've been doing 20 minutes I've been doing 20 minutes of video gaming,
Mm-hmm.
and then 10 minutes of work.
Heck yeah.
And usually once you're 10 minutes into something, you're like, okay, I need to just do this, finish this one little thing up, and then I can go back to game.
Yes.
But because you've been gaming for like 30 minutes straight, you're like, okay, the timer's going off. I need to get back to the thing, as opposed to like where you do like 5 minutes and you're like
one more thing.
Oh, one more thing. Yeah, it reverses it, because you're always just like, the one that you're doing you have less time to do is the one that you get kind of addicted to, I find.
Yeah.
Because like, I was like, maybe I should just finish the laundry before I go back to my game. And then and then I did, and it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I have done like small tomato times, like small pomodoros, when I've got like a lot to do at work, where I'll be like, okay, I'll work for 15 and then take a 10-minute break. Like when I'm finding motivation really, really hard. And yeah, I find like when I'm in something, I'll work through the break sometimes.
I had to give up video games. It's just a time suck. Yeah, I understand giving things up if they take too much time. I think it's based on like, what would it be? It's level of enjoyment and output and stuff, right? Because you're a human being, like, you're allowed to play and have fun.
Yeah.
You know? When you actually think about it, you can only put in like 3 hours a day of quality work.
Yes.
Like, the rest is going to be busy work. Like,
yeah.
like you can do like 3 hours of big brain work, and then the rest is too much. Like, and there's plenty of busy work to do, like around the house and stuff,
Oh yeah.
but there's time to do other things.
I will find with comics, it helps. Like, there are days where I sit down and like I'm just exhausted and I'm like, I don't want to work on like any of this. Like, this is way too difficult to like sit down and try to ink something or do something more complicated. So sometimes I'll sit down and I'll just draw all the panel outlines on my comic, and like that's my 20 minutes, and that's okay. And it's just busy work. Like, it's really easy to do, but it's done, and you've still ticked off a little percentage of completeness on your project. So it's okay if
Yeah.
it's not like finishing a page every day.
Well, like, I find, like, if you're having... Sometimes you don't have any busy work left to do, so, like, don't feel bad if your comicking time decreases
Yeah.
when you're working on, like, really high-level brain tasks every day.
Yeah. Like, if you're studying for exams, like, it's hard to also get like quality.
Well, I just
Comic time
meant
down.
just if you're doing comics, like...
Oh, I see.
Forget everything else. Like, if you're just doing comics, like, and you put in like an hour of big brain work, sometimes it's just like, okay, I'm done. I
That's
can't.
it.
You're like that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you have work to do at your day job, but I'm sure a lot of that is busy work.
Oh yeah, like a lot of it is like answering messages,
Going to
meetings, like, yeah.
And it's draining in a different way.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I think, and speaking to like the idea that I'm not actually sure if like a lot of people feel this way, but I know I was really hard on myself like when I didn't have like when I was just working on comics, where I felt like I was really slacking when I wasn't working on it for like
That's the story of my life, because like
Yeah.
I don't really do much. Like, I don't have like a day job.
Mhm.
Like, I don't I'm like one of these demons here, like, you
It's all
know,
about the demons.
like some of them, like most of them have a shard that defines them, but some of them don't. But that doesn't mean they're any less valid, you know? They're still demons, and they still beat my butt into a bloody pulp.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't need to have a demonic shard in your soul in order to be a demon.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I used to be really hard on myself when I only had comics to work on, and like I was like, I have to work for like 8 hours every day, otherwise like I'm
No one
garbage.
works for 8 hours a day.
no good employer would treat you that way. Like, everyone understands that like there's lots of, you have to take breaks. You need a lunch break. You need to take little breaks to get up and stretch and go have a snack and like get some exercise and fresh air and just turn your brain off for a little bit because you're working hard. There's answering emails. Like I said, there's going to meetings. There's planning your schedule. That's also an important thing you need to block into your day. Like, yeah, go easy on yourself.
I don't know.
Be a good employer to yourself.
Even she's making it sound like it's all work. Like, most people, okay, if you have like a job where your job is menial labor, like you're gonna do it the entire time. Like when I was pressing t-shirts, it would be 8 hours pressing t-shirts.
Yeah.
And it was a pain, and my muscles were so big, and my I could stand really good. However, when you work at like a desk job, which is ostensively what being an artist is, it's kind of like a desk job type thing.
Yeah.
Like, most people at those jobs, like a good few hours of the 8-hour day, or at least 2 of those hours minimum, is not working at all.
Oh, for sure.
Like you're just on the clock. Like,
a lot of like when I've worked in an office space with other coworkers, a good chunk of the day is spent just chatting with people.
Just chatting. Someone's on Reddit.
Yes.
Like,
People are on their phones. Like, yeah,
yeah,
you don't have to be perfect.
yeah. This is my just telling you, self-employed bros, how it be.
Exactly. I get to draw my teapot again, guys. I'm excited.
Oh damn, teapot time.
Teapot time.
I can't wait to see this volume. It slaps. Okay, I have a question, Ursula.
What?
How far are you into Avo?
Avo?
Yeah.
I have one page like completely finished, like fully colored.
Whoa. How many total pages?
There's 38 illustrations.
Okay.
So one of them is completed. I have about 15 or 16 inked.
Okay.
Another one is like partially colored. And the rest of them are sketched out,
Okay.
I think. There might be one or two I need your final stamp on, but they're
Yeah.
mostly there.
Okay. I'm just thinking about when I want to do the Kickstarter.
Okay. I know. I keep...
Because I might just do that thing we do. The horrible thing.
It's a horrible thing. Yeah. Well, I've got, like, I'm not completing as much as I want to every month, but I'm keeping, like, a kind of moving schedule for it so that I keep on it. Even though for the past little bit I haven't, but...
Yeah, that's because we got into, like, an RP groove.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking of maybe doing it around Pride sometime in June.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because books are really big on Kickstarter right now because of Brandon and yeah. Did you see that thing where they went and funded every single publishing Kickstarter?
What?
No, not funded it, but like backed it, I think.
Really?
Yeah, well, they got millions.
Yeah. It's like, what are you going to do with it? Oh, that's so lovely.
I don't know if they backed or funded. That'd be crazy if they funded. I think they just backed.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I'm just like, oh, books. And Avo is a pretty book.
Exactly.
And if we can get like a page or so done, it'll all be good.
Exactly. Yeah, I can definitely finish a few pages in time for, like, the Kickstarter.
Yeah, to make a pretty page. Gotta go. Well, nice having you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Good luck with, Oh, I thought dog college was leaving. I was gonna say good luck with, schooling all those dogs. Educating them. But goodbye, Addie. Wow, Kuro, I can't believe you're late. I'm so upset with you. So upset.
Just haven't done a Kickstarter in a while.
I know.
It's wild. Making book.
Book.
Making book is fun.
We love book.
I should ask our friend to get quotes from their place.
Yeah.
Because I don't want 1,000 books of Evo.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I need God with all these demons.
Yeah. You need Jesus. Repent for your sins. I'm sorry, I tried going to bed but couldn't sleep. Aw, I hope you can sleep soon. You guys are so cute. Why, thank you, Tracy.
Volume 4 slaps.
It do. I thought you were gonna ask how far I am in Magpie, because I don't know.
I thought that Lulu had hiked its prices up even more. I was like, how is that possible? Because it was like $20 per book. And I was like, what the hell? And I was looking at hardcover.
Oh.
I need to finish writing Magpie.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of editing it. I'm bad, guys.
Gosh. So bad.
I tell you not to do the things that I'm doing.
It's
We all need Jesus, apparently.
me too.
Someone told us that.
They knew.
We gotta repent. We need Jesus to fight all these demons.
Exactly.
Oh, the puppies have fallen asleep on the couch.
Good.
Fado's been so sleepy recently.
It's true.
I don't
Oh,
know.
it was Fado's birthday.
Oh yeah, Fado is 5 now.
He's 5. He's getting so old.
Old man.
Stop yet. Stay a puppy, please. All of you.
All of us need to stay puppies
Let's all be puppies.
together.
Yes.
It's furries.
But yeah, so it was his birthday on the 29th. And we took him to the pet store and he got a cookie. It was a giant cookie that we shared with all the dogs.
We still have half of it left.
Yeah. It's huge. It's
like Fado in length.
yes, it's like the same size as Fredo. But yeah, he got a cookie. He got to pick out a toy. He loves it. And he got to go on a little walk all the way to the pet store.
Yeah, he was having a great time.
He had a good day. I've been watching your guys' YouTube videos for years. It was great to finally catch you live. Oh, well, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad we got to say hey to you on a stream. Oh my god, I'm eating cookie now. Is it a dog cookie? That's a weird treat.
I had a bite of the dog cookie.
I mean, they're like...
They
weren't you
look
saying-
so good. Like, I see it in the fridge, and I'm like, it looks like a Starbucks cookie, basically.
Yes.
Like, and I'm like, oh, I want it. So I tried it, and the icing is good. It was like, hi, I'm Bones, and I eat dog biscuits.
I review dog biscuits.
The cookie obviously is like no sugar, so it's like,
Yeah. Don't eat dog cookies.
but it was alright. It's
Well,
just low on flavor.
Yeah, they're not
It was
very
kind of
flavorful.
cinnamony.
I used to binge eat dog treats as a kid. Oh
I've had milk bones before. They're not great.
no. The thing is, like, there's like it's like a local, it's like a business local to our kind of region that like stocks all the pet shops with these little like cookies that are covered in like, it's like a yogurt icing type thing
Yeah.
that the dogs can have that's like not super high in sugar. And they look so delicious. They just look like actual cookies. Wait, what? I was wondering how y'all got into the headspace to write your comics. I have the need to get moving with writing, but every time I pull out a doc, I second guess my story and give up.
I was way overconfident, but I think I was compensating for a large lack of belief in myself.
Aw.
I don't know about mental health headspace, because I write pretty depressing things, or really funny things, or somehow both.
I mean, I've heard lots of tips for like
All of that for Cyprus. Cool. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
What demon do I fight next?
A cute one. You
Hopefully.
can smooch. Right. The advice I have heard that can help you is, um, uh, it sometimes helps to give yourself permission to write like a piece of crap, like write the worst thing
Oh
ever,
yeah.
because then anything you make will be better than the worst thing ever. But yeah, and just like for me, whenever I write just for fun, I'm always like, well, for me, if I hate it, no one's gonna see it. That's generally how it's gone for me.
not
But
not going for it.
not this one.
Well,
Um,
this time you get to be like, oh man, if I make horrible mistakes, then people will learn.
true. You can learn from my mistakes.
Exactly. If you wrote perfectly, no one's gonna learn anything.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, that's another thing to remember is like you're learning, you're gonna make mistakes, and that is how you get better. Is you fail fast.
Yes. If you're writing terrible things, and you're aware they're terrible, you're learning. Like, always go where you're doing the worst. Like, for art, for writing, whatever you suck at, whenever someone's like, man, you struggle with this, and you just, like, let's say you're good at writing dialogue, and you love dialogue, and everyone loves your dialogue. So you just keep working at it and keep honing your dialogue while everything else lags behind, right? Because I don't know, we were talking about this, like, in prose, like, maybe you never describe backgrounds, right?
Yes.
Not calling out anyone. Actually, literally me.
Calling out
we were
Bones.
talking about this on the
Yes.
Patreon chat, but like, whatever you're avoiding is where you're kind of lagging behind. So just face it and be terrible at it.
Yeah.
So, like Ursula with color,
Yes.
like Ursula sucked at color. I was like, full color comic, no lines.
Yep.
And you improved vastly.
I did.
And the same was with like black and white. You wanted to learn black and white?
Yep.
Your
I wanted.
inking got so good
Yes.
because you just got to focus on that as opposed to like Sovereign. And Sovereign, oh, sorry.
Whoa.
And with Sovereign, our first comic, it was our first comic. So everything we were terrible at.
Yep.
And we were learning.
You're learning. And
Ursula paints some birds. Yes.
shut up, girl.
Next comic is nothing but birds.
It's 9 points,
You
but
should
it's
add
birds.
a bird as your character.
Oh, that
Wait,
could
you
work.
don't have to draw birds, but
Oh, I wouldn't have to draw.
yeah, that's true.
I'll make all
This
of
is
you draw birds.
This is your writing thing.
What was I thinking?
I don't know. We were talking about
Oh, yeah, with our first comic Sovereign, where we were new to everything. We made it when we were 17. That's when we started. We looking back at it, it has so many mistakes. There's so much like terrible stuff in it, and people still like Sovereign. So, anything you make, no matter how bad it is, someone will like it.
it's true.
So hopefully that makes people feel better. It makes me feel better whenever I'm like, man, my work is terrible. I'm like, well, people still like it.
Yep.
We put
it's
it out there
true.
and people enjoy it, and that's awesome. And there's lots of work that is not perfect that I adore. So, is anyone else making a furry comic? Me.
You are?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you are.
I am. It's called 9 Point.
Right. I forgot that we have a furry comic. I thought it was just a meme that we're furries.
No, we're truly furries.
I mean, I'm very much a furry. I was like, Ursula, stop drawing me as a human in the thumbnails. And she was
Literally.
like, aye, Captain.
I'm on it.
I guess I have a fursona now.
Yeah, you
Like,
do.
just a legit.
I made you your fursona.
That's true. It
I
finally
did it.
happened.
Yeah, Yeah, think of all the terrible stories that like got super huge followings, e.g. like Twilight. Don't get me wrong, we stand Twilight here, but it objectively has a lot of huge problems with it, and people still love it.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it's true. Something you hate is loved by a bunch of people. You don't understand it, and
exactly.
you could be that thing for someone else. Oh, someone asked if we make enough money to live off of comics full time, and I would just never want to.
Yeah,
I think it's just so much more secure when you have the day job.
honestly, yeah.
Like, I don't think I could mentally handle it. It's like YouTube is hard enough where like with YouTube it's just like I don't know, it just does things to your brain.
Yeah. Like we have friends who like do well making their comics and like I don't know, doing art and freelance and conventions
Yes.
and stuff, and it just does not sound like the life for you and me.
It's mostly for me, I think it's just our brain goes everywhere. Our brain. Yeah.
Our shared brain
Yeah,
cell.
like our shared brain cell, like it just goes all over the place. So it's just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I really like having a day job. I feel very secure. I feel like I've grown as an artist because of it.
Mhm.
And I found really great places to work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget Ursula's a real job. I just draw pictures there too, so
Yeah.
it's not that real.
I mean, she still does like art all the time, and so she's always improving with art.
True, because I do graphic design, and I just found like if I work at places that are very illustrative, like illustration heavy for their brand.
Oh my god, I need 2 more dragon wraths. Heck.
What I'm learning is I really like website design, and I'm like I should really just like design websites for people. I would find that really fun.
Yeah.
Problem is I don't understand JavaScript, and a lot of stuff uses JavaScript.
Better learn.
Guys, yeah, just learn JavaScript. It's fine.
Real quick. Just learn it.
It took me so long to learn like well with HTML and CSS like I knew the basics, but it took a long time to learn like the next step up. Is Bones playing something? Yes, Bones is playing uh Ritual of the Night. What's the main thing?
Bloodstained.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. That's it.
Oh, now there's a coin floating over my head forever. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
I'm just getting decked out.
For me, comics are a side thing I like to do since I'm currently pursuing music full time. Oh, that's so cool. Totally. Like if you're someone who wants to like work on art and comics full time, like power to you. Like chase that goal. I'm sure you can do it. It's just not for me and Bones to do it full time.
Yes, definitely.
Why I just made my website and hated it. Oh no. Well, I'll make your website, Kuro. I find it fun. Have you played the new Kirby? No.
It's out.
Is it? I remember seeing the trailer for it.
Well, it was coming. Yeah, it was getting released.
Oh.
No, I've just been playing this game.
Yeah. Bones got his glasses, and then
Yep, I was able to play video games.
yes.
Well, while I was waiting for my glasses, I played Shovel Knight and beat it.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like a short game.
Yeah.
It's only long if you're not good at platformers.
Okay, so it'd be long for me.
Yeah, it's like Celeste long. If,
Oh.
in that case, I think
Yeah.
Celeste wasn't that bad. Oh, Celeste is so fun. I couldn't go back to like where I was in Celeste and continue though, because you have to like You just forget how it works, you know?
That's literally it. Like I was into Hollow Knight for a while and stopped, and now I have so much trouble picking it back up because I'm like, oh, I forgot all the things I learned how to do.
I feel like I could pick up Hollow Knight and
Yeah,
very quickly get back into it.
true.
I find playing several games at once and switching between them is really hard.
Hmm.
Because, like, oh god, I was doing so badly because I was playing 3 different games and they all had jump on a different, mapped to a different key.
Oh god.
And yeah, it
Yeah.
was not going well. Oh no, I'm advancing the plot if I go in here.
Oh no, don't do that.
Uh, wait, I don't want to.
Oh, I started playing Elden Ring. I'm so bad at it.
Oh god, I don't want to talk about Elden here.
Okay, we won't. We won't. But there,
She's bad at it.
there was one time where I was playing and I died, obviously. And when it loaded back, and I summoned Torrent, the horse that you ride on, he arrived, but his model wouldn't load in. So my character's just floating around, like
Damn it, I'm gonna have
riding
to
on a
progress
horse.
the plot because I'm too powerful that the final boss is not doing any damage to me.
Oh no!
Okay, I don't think she's the final boss, but
But yeah, and then none of the other horses loaded in, so we were all just floating around. It was fun. I played for quite a while with that glitch going on.
oh, that's a powerful attack.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm bad at that game. I've also been on a tear with playing Sims, which I always come back to. I love me some casual games.
Casual gamer.
That's me.
I did not expect this to be where she was hiding. I didn't expect her to be in the ice cave. Like, that's just such a random place. I don't think she's the final boss.
No.
This does not look final boss. I'm just jumping into her trying to die.
Please kill me,
Please, lady.
lady.
Because I skipped through the cutscenes and I'm not going to know what happened.
Oh.
Where is she? Come on, hit me. There we go.
I'd either be very good or very bad at Elden Ring. I'm very bad.
Yeah, I've been playing this, so I haven't touched Elden Ring, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I did. I did when I didn't have glasses, which has made it very hard because I wasn't reading anything, and I didn't realize there was little bars in the corner of the screen.
Oh no.
I figured out what they are. It just took a bit.
Yes.
It's like, feedback.
Yeah.
I just assumed I was gonna go meet like an optional boss battle, but it was not an optional boss battle.
In the game you're playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I didn't expect her to be in an ice cave.
Listen, lady. I did not expect you to be here. So
Okay,
leave me
this
alone.
game is ridiculous, okay?
Yeah.
Spoilers for this old ass game. But like, okay, there's a point in this game
Yes.
where you're not given like any details on what to do. And apparently you have to flip the world upside down, get to the top of the tower, find a piece of armor that you've never heard about that makes you invincible, but only to like non-monster objects like spikes on the ground, so that you're able to get through a spiky path. And I didn't tell you this, and it's like literally hidden at the top of the tower, like under some things.
Oh my god.
So I found that.
Yep.
After looking it up because I didn't know where to go, and then to do like another major part of the game. So so you need to go back to this boss battle, right? There's this boss battle that you're able to access through basically like most of the game. Like it's like a boss battle that you can enter, but if you're not ready for it, you just end up killing the boss, but you don't save the world and you get a game over. So you have to finally go beat that guy after you obtain the special sword. And the sword, you're supposed to cut you're instructed to like cut the demon with the sword when she appears. And I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know where she was going to appear, but I guess it would make sense that she, like, in retrospect, this makes sense, but I did not put it together. So you go to the thing, you start beating up the boss, but not enough to kill him, just enough to make the moon turn red. And when the moon turns red, you invert the world so that you stand next to the moon, and you take your katana that you received from the samurai man, and you slice the moon in half. And that's what you were supposed to do, obviously.
Well,
Yeah. I was a fool.
yes. Clearly,
I was so foolish to not figure that one out.
yeah. Why? This is anime. Did you think you could get away with not cutting the moon in half?
Yeah, well, now I know how to do it.
Okay, good.
Now I know to pay attention. I know to cut the moon in half whenever I see it.
Good.
Also, that's part of it. I just assumed I would have to cut the moon in half again because there's a big red moon here. So I didn't expect to find her in an ice cave. You know, that's how you expect to find the major boss battle of the game, is by going to the room marked boss battle room. But I've been taught not to do that at this point with this crazy lady. But no, apparently she's just hiding in an ice cave now after hiding behind the moon. Now she's just vibing in an ice cave for whatever reason.
As you do.
Princess Yue. Someone wrote this game is on shrooms or something. Oh no, like the plot makes sense. It's more that like the video game like language on telling you what to do is not there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, because it can conceptually make sense, but like the video game doesn't prompt you to do things very well. And honestly, it gives it such an old-timey game vibe, which kind of works for it.
True, that is kind of what it's going for.
It reminds me of like getting stuck in like other Castlevania games, like when I was a youth and having literally no idea what to do and no access to any advice from the internet.
Yes.
But now I have the internet, so it's not so bad.
In the olden days when you had to get the dial-up.
Yeah. Bring.
Bring.
Yeah, I wish dial-up sounded like that.
Yeah, right? Not like a demon.
Demons. Yeah, just summon a demon.
Exactly.
What game is this? Bloodstained.
Yes.
Ritual of the Night.
Yes.
I think there's a sequel, I think.
What?
Is there? I don't
Is
know.
there? I don't know. I just remember when this one came out because it was Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was
and-
Kickstarter,
cool.
so there's like a bunch of like backer portraits that you get to beat up.
Yeah. And there's people's like animals as enemies.
Yeah.
So cute.
There's a secret room that just has a cat portrait in it and a bunch of music boxes
Mhm.
and chairs.
Oh.
And all you do is sit, listen to music, and look at the picture of a cat.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That
What am
sounds
I
like
doing?
a great room to go into.
Oh, right. It was just... Okay, I have to farm dragons. Which sounds adorable.
You sound
and
like
dangerous.
the scenes in movies where characters explain video games, but the dialogue is written by someone who's never seen a video game in their life.
See, that's what you sound like when you talk about video games. Like, explain any video game to someone who hasn't played it, and it's not gonna work out. Like,
No.
explain Zelda to me.
Which one?
Breath of the Wild.
Um,
See, it's all gonna make sense to us.
true.
Because
you
we've-
played it.
We've played it.
You know what
It's
game?
like explaining anime too.
Yes. You know what game I remembered from my past that I really want to play again. Did any of you guys ever play Oni?
What's Oni?
It's like a game by Bungie.
Okay,
It's-
that sure helps.
It's old. Like, I never heard of it anywhere, but my dad had a CD of it, and I'd play it all the time. And it was like, it had anime art, and you're this purple-haired girl who's like a super soldier for like a spy organization or something like that. And there's like people being like genetically mutated, and like you have a little pink-haired robot friend who I totally shipped with the main character.
Of course.
Of course. And like it goes off the rails. It's very anime, but I loved it. It was like an action like fighter, like over the shoulder type thing. Like third person action, I guess. And yeah, and it was so much fun. And I have like the sound of her feet running on the ground embedded in my head. It just has such a satisfying clack sound.
Oh, I love video games with good step sounds.
Yes.
Step Dragon, no.
Rings a bell, but not quite. Oh, I gotta see if I can find the art.
I'm gonna get so leveled up just fighting these dragons. And I'm gonna just crush. I'm just gonna crush the boss.
You're gonna crush the boss.
I have a crush on the boss.
Like,
Demon Heart.
like this is the. Let me zoom in.
Meow
on this.
meow. Meow meow
But
meow,
this is the
meow.
cover. This is the girl. Listen, I loved this game.
I hate games with guns. I wouldn't have played it.
Yeah, you would have hated it.
I hate guns. You get guns in this game and I don't use them. There's a whole section of this game dedicated to different types of bullets, and I've used none of them. Cuz guns are bad. Guns are violence, and I'm against it. I just love games where you hit things with swords. I love life when you hit things with swords. So fun as a kid, having a stick and pretending it was a sword and just chopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a metal rod. I would hit things with it. I bonked myself in the face with it, and it was not fun. I mean, stop dropping dragon hearts.
I'm trying to find the
giraffe.
robot girlfriend. That's the robot girlfriend. I love her. She was so cute. Anyways.
Guns never existed in the world's eye, right? Well, I added guns. I like writing guns. I write them like someone who doesn't understand guns. Like, I'm very aware of that. I'm aware of my limitations. But, I don't know. I just find swords are really cool. I don't know what it is about them. They're more interesting to me.
That's fair.
And what the stupidest part about all of this
What?
is I'll be like, guns are bad. But if you give me a projectile magic attack, I will use it.
Yes, that is true.
I like guns when I shoot fire bullets out of my hands.
Bones woke up and chose peace. No, he woke up and chose swords.
Yeah.
He studied the blade.
Yeah. If I'm gonna kill you, I don't want to look you in the eyes while I do it.
I mean, I like sci-fi stuff, so I don't mind, like,
I just,
Stories
yeah,
with
I don't
guns,
like
but-
sci-fi.
but I don't know anything about guns, so if I were to write them, I also would not know what I was talking about. But they're fun in video games.
Well, there's one Dragon's Wrath. I need one other.
How do you How do you create toggle buttons on Wix to turn the page for your webcomic? I would need to look into that. I am not sure, but I would also like to know.
Oh, there we go. Got what I needed. I should use a waystone.
I've given 2 of my characters finger guns because they're easier to draw. Bless. I'm too triggered by them to tolerate them in comics. That is fair. That is fair. I understand. There's actually one of my coworkers. We have so we're a Canadian company, but we have some coworkers who are in Texas, and one of our Canadian coworkers went to visit the Texas branch, I guess. And they took him to the gun range, and he was like, I'll be fine. Like, like, I'm, I don't know. He was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, who cares? I'm not scared of using guns and stuff. And then he held one, and he was like, I don't like it. I'm scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't liked it when I've been in the room with guns anytime.
No. It's very terrifying.
Like, the first time I actually saw guns was when I went to Walmart and saw them.
Oh, when you went on
Yeah, when I was in Kentucky.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it was really weird.
See, I feel like you would have seen them, like, at your grandpa's place, because I'm sure he'd have rifles, right? On the
Yeah,
farm?
he does. I've either never seen them or never paid attention.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I've never been around guns. I'm very Canadian that way.
I mean, Canadians have been around guns. It's like, it's just
Yeah.
usually like hunting guns
Yeah, exactly.
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I have a lot of gunpowder because I never use it.
Were they
Like we were
Nerf
talking
guns? No, they were not Nerf guns. That's America for you. Draw 2D letter L. That's so shading. Very good. Oh geez, because all your extended family goes hunting? Oh, I'm sorry, Pigment. That's like an old coworker I have. She is from a farm in Alberta, and she brought her boyfriend back from Ontario to meet her family, and they were gonna go on a hike, and I think her dad or one of her relatives was like, here, bring this rifle, you'll need it. And the boyfriend laughed and was like, oh, sure. And he's like, no, there's bears. You should bring a gun. He's like, oh, okay.
Neat.
Neat.
That's fun.
Love that. There wouldn't like wearing like the bells or something be better? I don't know what bears are around that area, so who knows?
I mean, there's a lot about bears. Also, yeah, it's probably brown bears that they'd be worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, black bears too, but not as much.
Yes. I can draw horses.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I can draw horses
I thought
too.
you were gonna say like, oh yeah, draw every horse.
I mean, they mostly look the same. So
Yeah, there's just some slight variations, but yeah,
it's not like dogs.
I learned how to draw horses. That was always a fun little tidbit I learned about, like, is it DC or Marvel?
DC.
DC, that the first job you get is like on oh my god, what's it called? The cowboy one.
Yeah. The
Jonah
cowboy one.
Hex?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get put on Jonah Hex. So you have to draw horses.
Yeah. It's what sets you apart is if you can draw horses.
Yes.
It's like in acting, where if you can ride horses,
Yeah, riding horses
it's an
is
asset. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey man, upgrade in every corner that's fun to you.
Exactly.
And some of the ones that don't seem fun.
Yes.
Unless you really hate them, then you don't have to do them.
Well, yeah.
If you have no joy in doing something, and you would have no joy in being able to do it, don't do it.
But if you're
If you suffer doing something but really want to do it, suffer through it, my man.
yeah. And if you don't
Where
care either way,
I was killing monkeys a while
Wow.
ago.
monster.
Do you remember where they were?
The silent garden.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I only remember that because you made a joke. You're like, it sure will be after I get all these monkeys.
Right, yeah. Oh no, that's funny. I'm a funny man.
All right, we are finished for the
Oh.
night. So, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back on Saturday for more streams. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe. It really helps us out. And like the video, that also helps us. If you could, do a little clicky click on those buttons. And yeah, we'll see you on Saturday. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Mwah.